less of a podcast and more real life conversations with Sydney Castillo. Look, time is of the essence. I found out the hard way. Started a podcast cause I got a whole lot to say. Dealing with this anxiety got me moving different. Whole life I knew something was off. I knew I wasn't tripping. My pop's gone, every day I swear I miss him. My brother gone too, and every day I miss him. Nowadays I got more questions than answers. My mama, my hero, I just watched her be cancer. And family matters, that's a real fact, homie. But I got family that stole 50 racks from me. My ex told me that she loved me, but when we broke up I came home, the whole crib was broke up. Bro, I've been dealing with so much. Every day I'm trying meditation, and the doctor's telling me to try this medication. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I'm starting to overflow, homie. My cup is full. My cup is full. It's more than a podcast, bro.
My cup is full. My cup is full. If you're a follower of mine and you know how to sing and you get free vocal lessons, hit me in the DM. Taylor, let's get it in. Hey, welcome to another episode of My Cup is Full. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, we really do the same outfit. We getting it in. We on the podcast grind. Shout out to Jay Snow for the last episode. I had a great time. Now listen, we're going to do this again. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all support. The goal is to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I say it's every episode. How we going to get there? I don't know. I'm going to talk to y'all. I'm going to talk to God, and we just going to make it happen. We at 14,000, I think, 500-600 now. We can get to 50,000. Listen, I want to get to 50,000, specifically that number by the end of the year, because to me, I want to go on a big tour, like a world tour. I get people like, hey, when you come to London, when you come to South Africa, and right now y'all just flexing. That's what I call it. Y'all flirting, but it ain't nothing real. When we get 50,000 subscribers, it could be a real thing, because now I got the followers to back me up and say, no, they gonna show up. Right now, locally, y'all showing up. We selling out. Chicago, it was amazing. I'll say it again. Atlanta, LA, we sold out for my special. Now we got shows coming up. This podcast has gotten my phone ringing. They hit my manager, and in the DMs, it's going good, man. So we got shows. Listen, Charlotte, I'm so sorry. Charlotte, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to know something that's so true. I literally have been trying to get to Charlotte, and the best I could do is Greensboro. They gave me Greensboro Comedy Zone, October 27th, North Carolina. Please come out. Let's sell out. Charlotte, I promise you, it's not my fault. The club owner, the way it works is for whatever reasons, they want me to do Greensboro Club first before they give me the Charlotte Club. So yes, it's a drive. It's like a little over an hour. Please show up for your boy. Greensboro, show up. You're in Greensboro area, come and pull up. We're going to have a hell of a show. Like, the shows have been phenomenal, and we're going to keep that up. So please come. October 29th, I'm at the Hollywood Improv, the Lab. It seats maybe 60 people. Ticket link is down there. Let's set it out real quick. November 8th and November 9th, I'm in San Antonio. Tickets in the description. November 17th, New York, Brooklyn, New York. I'm headlining one of the shows at the New York Comedy Festival, November 17th in Brooklyn at 6 p.m. Ticket link in the bio. Make sure you grab your tickets. New York, I'm coming November 17th. Taylor got braids still. Yes, Taylor does have the braids because she just got back from vacation. So she got the vacation special. You know, on a barber chart, and you go in a men's barbershop, it got 1 through 11. For women, it got 1 through 11, but number 9 is vacation, and they already know. It's a picture that says vacation, and the hairstylist goes, oh, you want the braids? December 21st, we in Somerville, Massachusetts. Now, listen, I really want y'all to come to the Somerville show because I'm coming, and I don't even like snow like that. So if I come in the snow, y'all got to come meet me in the snow. Don't have me come out there by myself. Somerville, Massachusetts, pull up. Now, I'm very pleased. I'm excited. I feel blessed, man. Thank y'all for watching, supporting. Thank y'all for coming to the shows. Thank y'all for bringing me Skittles. Thank y'all for all that jazz that y'all doing. God is really good, man. The special is being edited right now. I got to look at the rough cut. Dog, I looked at it 27 times. I called everybody I know, you want to watch it on my phone real quick with me? I'm very excited about it. Again, people man, where is it going to be? I don't know. The way it works is we shoot it and we try to sell it. So for all the prayer warriors that watch this, what the prayer should be for me is that it lands where it will be most successful, wherever that is. I don't even want to really stress about it. I want it on Netflix, of course. I want it on the platform it's supposed to be on. So the prayer is, Lord, let my special land on the platform it's supposed to land on. And then from there, I'm comfortable. I just want to pray that and release that, because that give me stress. It give me anxiety. Because I start thinking how hard I worked and, I think I deserve this and that. I don't even want to think like that. I did the work. I did my part. Now it's up to God. Now, very important. We started a Patreon. Yup, we started a Patreon. The Patreon jumping. Right now we're building content. It's going to open up in a couple weeks. On the Patreon, what you get is an extra episode, right? And you'll get behind the scenes footage. And you'll get stand-up that's not on YouTube, not on Chocolate Sundays. You'll get stand-up that just comes to you first, right? And we'll have that. And it's going to be more in-depth conversations. I'll probably get more personal on the Patreon. Like right here, we're getting personal. But like as far as like intimate details or like intimacy things, or, you know, if I end up dating somebody and whatever, I'll probably talk about things like that on the Patreon. Like be like a, you know what I mean? So that's going to be jumping. It's going to be great. Shout out to Taylor, man. Like, I know I say it a lot, but shout out to Taylor, dog. Taylor is an amazing, amazing person. She kind of like helps me run this whole fucking like thing. She's behind the scenes with her headset on right now, making sure the drops are done right. City, do that again. She's running the Patreon, making sure it's going to be dope, man. She works hard as hell. So I appreciate you. You off camera. I've been trying to get her to be on camera for so long. I just want to tell you, I appreciate you. So in the comments right now, please do me a solid, because this will be love for me. Can y'all just type, Taylor, we appreciate you? Because y'all see me. But when y'all see me, I need y'all to see Taylor as well, because she works so fucking hard. So please, in the comments, be like, Taylor, what's up? Okay, now, another episode, man, of giving flowers, dog. You know what I mean? And I mean that, man. I like giving flowers to people that I love, dog. You know what I mean? The people that, like, inspire me. And I think, like, a lot of times in entertainment, people look for, like, all household names when they think of inspiration. I think that's kind of lame. Right, I think you need to open your eyes. Like, yeah, Dave Chappelle inspires me. Yeah, of course, Will Smith inspires me. You know what I mean? But I got friends in my circle that inspire me, and I really want to give flowers to them. My guest coming to the stage, man. Fun fact, dog, before I met him, I seen him online, right? And they were doing videos back in the day when it was like things such and such say, or things New Yorkers say. It was like things Detroiters say, right? And I ain't never been to Detroit, right? I only hear about Detroit through battle rap, to be honest with you. It's a battle rapper from Detroit who I keep up with, right, online or whatever. And so this dude, grown man, was doing this video, and it was like things Detroiters say. And it was so funny, like, for me to laugh like that, because I watch stand-up so much, it really got to hit me, like in my kidney. He was so funny. I was like, oh, bet, this dude, Buddy, funny, right? Then I actually met Buddy. Like, I met him and seen him do stand-up, and it was like, oh. Like, I'm not a dude, like, I say this a lot. I'm competitive, right? But I'm competitive, but I'm able to, like, identify, like, great people. It's almost like basketball. Like, I'm able to identify somebody great on the court, and it gets me hype. Like, a lot of people be like, have you followed this person, or what's it like following some people? Listen, my first guest is so funny that whenever he's in the room, I get hype. I'll say his name, CP. CP is so fucking funny, dog, that whenever he's in the room and I'm doing Chocolate Sundays, I remember literally telling Lonnie, this true story, dog, I'll tell her, I say, hey, put me on a lineup with some of my friends. And I wasn't trying to say the show wasn't funny, but if you my homie, I know you finna rock. And then, like, I remember if I come in and the lineup say Sydney and CP, dog, I get so hyped, dog. And look, it's a competitive thing where I think one time we be joking, like, who closing, right? Because it's like, I like it. Like, it's some comics, I won't say their name. If I go up or CP go up, they going to get nervous. And they going to be in their head. It's like, oh, damn. I literally, if CP's on stage and he going up before me, you can hear me backstage. I'd be like, let's go. Because to me, the show finna be at a level where, like, now that pressure, I want that pressure. It got to stay at this level because he done brought it to this level. You know what I mean? And if CP going up after me, listen, we're good enough to do well. Let's just cut the shit. We've been doing this a long time. I'm going to do well, right? No ego. Skill set. I know I do well. But if CP is in the corner and I know he's going to better me, I'm trying to destroy, and then occasionally, if you get an applause break, you want to look at it and be like, I'm doing my shit, nigga. But it's not a hateful thing. I hope that is understand. It's not a hateful thing. Like, it's a competitive thing where, like, I literally look forward to it. I like it. I prefer it. There's some people that are so naturally funny. I say this all the time. People are like, who you think is hilarious? Myself. I always say CP. As far as, to me, like, just in natural conversation, there's two people that probably can bring me to tears in natural conversation, is CP and Brandon Lewis. and we're gonna get Brandon Lewis on the show. I wanted to give CP his flowers because he's very, very funny, but like nobody really, to me, understands how hard this goofy motherfucker work. You know what I mean? Like I'll bring him up in a minute, but before I do, like understand that like when I first got to meet CP, no, we're gonna do this the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, from Detroit, one of the funniest people in the country. And listen, when you see certain people come to your show, you need to give them the D.L. Hughley treatment, give them the Chris Rock treatment, give them the Chappelle treatment. You need to get so hyped to go see these people, myself included, CP included. Whenever you see CP name on a bill that's coming to your city, you need to rush to buy the ticket. Because maybe in 2 years, you may be able to afford the ticket because that's where he's going. And that's how hard he works. So without further ado, man, my really good homeboy, one of the funniest people in the world, it's an honor to be alongside with you on stage. And I'm thankful that you're on this podcast right now. Get up for my dog, Mr. CP, man. One time, get up for CP. What up, boy? What's up? Make yourself comfortable, dog. Now, look, dog, as I tell everybody on here, man, like, you know, we already went over this. Hello. Get yourself comfortable. That's Taylor, CP.
What's up, Taylor? We see you, Taylor.
Yeah. Get yourself comfortable. Like, this ain't, it's a podcast, but let's have some real conversation, like natural conversation. Put the mic to you when you do talk.
Okay, cool.
Now, look.
I just got my line up there. I'm covered up with the hat, but I want y'all to know that it is. It's crispy. Go ahead.
I did my beard myself. Listen, here's the thing. Listen here, but before you start, I was looking 55 this morning. Okay. And so for me, I went to my bathroom, which is my barbershop now.
Right.
And I cut all this myself.
I'm jealous.
Boom, and I got my phone. Yeah. I did the back, I hit it, and then when you first start, you might miss this, and I did that. Now what I can't do is make this look as crisp as I would like. Mm-hmm. But I had a little barber moment.
I remember when Sid used to habitually miss a spot on the back. I'm like, is this nigga trying to grow a ducktail? He used to have a little island in the back. Like, I'm like, he thinks he got that. He thinks he got that little square in the back. You had like a little Nevada in the back of your head. Whatever. Anyway, what's up, man? First of all, this is dope as hell, bro.
I appreciate
Congratulations on having a dope ass grown podcast. This is a grown man podcast, bro. I feel tall in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, hey, sit down somewhere. My bad, man. We doing a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this is a nice ass. Got Taylor in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Big ass headphones on. She listening for mistakes. She over there listening for errors. Like, actually, it wasn't that. It was 2009 when y'all met. But go ahead.
She will stop you like, intro. Again, please.
Yeah, I see. All right.
Now, CP, look, dog, I want to talk about, while you're here, I want to talk about, hey, I'm going to give you your flowers. Like, dog, I tell you this all the time, but I want to tell on camera in front of your face. Mm-hmm. I talk behind your back a lot, that how funny you are. Like, I tell you, but I wanted to really, like, let you know that. But I wanted to start the conversation so the audience understands that when I can't remember the actual day I met you, but I remember you were staying with another comedian, right? And
that nigga was strict.
Yeah, the other comedian, right?
Didn't smoke.
Yeah.
Had to be up and out the house at 10 a.m. It was hard, man. And I was like, man, if it was somebody out here that was like me, you know what I'm saying? That's like slightly less disciplined, talented, but just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, love waking up to a blunt. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead.
So I just started smoking, but like, probably like I was still newer at it. You know what I mean? It was, you know, and then I remember CP, I was like, hey, he was like, because CP lived in Detroit. Now, here's what happens, like with a lot of people, dog. If you don't live in LA, you get a lot of heat, right? As far as like you're doing well, the industry knows about you, and let's say they don't have a home for you to like have a job per se right now, but the logs are in the fire, and so you need meetings and things like that. So you need a place to actually stay out here, right? Now, look, you could hotel it, but that costs a lot of money, dog. A lot of money, and
we could be smoking that.
Yeah, so it's like you stay with a comedian, cool, whatever. I was like, come stay with me, right? Now, as CP staying with me, this is when I kind of get to like see how funny CP is. And I remember telling you, like almost on a shock moment, you was like, because it hit me, you said something, I said, wait. And you was like, I did a Detroit Something video. I said, yo, I remember watching that video. Yeah. You was like, yeah. I said, dog, that's the first time I ever met you, was actually that video.
You know how I met you? Then you don't even know it. I was in Detroit, and you had booked the new In Living Color.
Oh, damn.
And so I remember going down the list of all the comedians that had got picked because I was like, who the fuck are these niggas who have leapfrogged everybody and are about to be the next fucking Jackson 5 of comedy? I remember it was like Lil Red.
Yeah. I booked the guest star too. They wasn't even messing with me.
Oh, for real?
So they put me on.
Your name was in a press
release. Oh yeah. That's how cold it was. It was like I got treated like cast on that show until it was cast shit to do.
Gotcha.
So it was like everybody do the city. I'm in like almost every sketch. Okay, boom, boom. But then it was like somebody was like, okay, we're doing cast photos real quick for Fox. And so everybody's like, yeah, everybody, you're trying to get in the club and security hit you in the chest. They're like, okay, Lil Rel. Oh.
You are like, bro, you see me every day. And you are, bro. But I didn't know that at the time. But I just remember looking all of y'all up. When I got to yo shit, I was like, oh, this the dude from Funniest Wins. And this the dude, it was like, oh. And I just remember like to a comic who's not in LA, an LA comic is, you might as well be Chappelle. Mm-hmm. Like you might, because you're right there. Like, nigga, I'm in Detroit. I'm doing shows next to a jukebox in the corner at a bar where it's just comedy night. But the patrons of this bar are here every night. They're here because they're alcoholics. They have nothing to do with laughing at us. So I just remember like, man, like, and that's how I kind of like stalking the game. Being a student, I was kind of seeing everybody before I knew who they were. I remember like Naeem and, of course, Kevin Hart, but he blew up anyway, where everybody could say he's very polarizing. But back then, I was knowing niggas from roles or guest stars or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh, that's DC Irvin. Oh, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like very much, that's Robert fucking Powell. I remember one time staying at your crib. I know we all over the place. I was staying at your crib one time. And you hit me like, hey, nigga, I'm out of town, but let Robert Powell in. And I'm like, what? I'm about to be staying in this bitch with Robert Powell? I remember that nigga walked in like, I need 2 liters. What's your name again?
And so everybody know, like, if I rock with you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a personable dude to people I know. You know what I mean? I may come across a different way to people who don't know me. Yeah. But if I know you, I get you off my back. And like, for me, these boys just needed a hub to lay their head down. So like CP, Robert Powell, a lot of comedians, like, before they like moved here or like whatever, when they was just doing the meeting process, I was like, go take my couch. So I have a side room. Like, and so that overlapped. I remember, hey, shit, Robert finna be there. Yep. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I remember me and Robert, and that was crazy because it was like an episode of Atlanta because you wasn't there. Yeah. So I didn't know this nigga. So he had the living room, I had the room, and it was like, hey man, big fan. Oh, you sleep? All right,
cool. Robert, here's one thing like about you get to know people. This is what I say about Robert, and I'll say something about you. Robert really country, like from the country. So Robert making money now, doing stuff, but like Robert come to my house, hey cuz, take me to the dollar store, right? And we finna go to the dollar store. He finna get him some sodas. Yep. He finna get him some snacks. And he like, cuz, you want something?
That's a soda drinking nigga, boy.
Listen, like I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going either, bro. Cause that nigga so skinny, bro. But he'd be like, I be like, bro, you want a water? Like, no. I got soda. I got some Pepsi. You got Pepsi in there, nigga. Do you want a water? Like, what is wrong, bro? I'm like, man, this nigga liver gotta be so small. But
here's what I say real quick. That's what
Robert Powell, man. That's
Robert. Man. I found out Robert super smart, like super like country but smart. Here's what tripped me about CP. I ain't gonna even hold you. It's certain things about people that maybe like not listen. Don't take this the wrong way. Not that you just don't expect, but like at the level it is. Okay, ready? First thing, Brandon Lewis. When Brandon Lewis stayed with me, that's the first time this goofy dog. I realized how much he loved Jesus and God. I had no idea till he stayed with me. I was like, oh word.
Like you don't play about that,
right? That's why it was like boom. Yeah. Now CP, getting to know CP now. CP just funny as all out. Funny as all out. So I'm thinking, look, when you funny, I'm like, oh, you like me, like. CP ain't really fuck with college like that. He ain't going to school. He like your boy. And CP was like, first of all, I went to Michigan State. And it was like, and you hear CP talk about like, I think he would be in advertising or all these things. You talk like, oh, Buddy is actually, people don't even know how smart you really are, bro.
Yeah, I think that being smart is really, honestly, bro, I think in our society, we've begun to look at being smart as being decorated, right? Like you see a nigga with a degree, you automatically think he's smart. You don't realize that it's some C- doctors, right? I think that being resourceful and being able to, like, bro, intelligence is really what you do with it, right? Like, I was resourceful, and that's what helped me to get along in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I told you it just sounds so crazy, but it was like my first jokes that I wrote were based on the research that I had did for a commercial in advertising. So I was writing a commercial and I needed the research department to tell me like how many grandmothers live with the families in America, and they have the census information. They can pull it up, and it's like 65%. So I'm like, damn, if I wrote a joke about that, it would land across the board in the whole country. And so I started realizing it's like I'm writing commercials to push content to these people. So I need to start writing jokes for these same people. And it was like, oh, this shit is working. Like, the only thing I'm talking about is the shit that I feel like the most people can relate to. And that's how I started my career. Of course, I began to have my own voice and talk about shit that I cared about. But for the most part, starting off being a nervous-ass comic, it was really about picking the material that I knew would work because I was making commercials for the world anyway.
As you know, like basketball. Oh, 1 second.
Good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad.
No, you're good. Is this gonna go?
Yeah, but there's a little tall here, right here. There we go. And then bend it down. Tighten it back up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I felt short.
yeah.
I felt short. I did feel short. Patreon. This for the Patreon behind the scenes.
It's giving real 6'4".
You're like, oh, they're talking like get out of
Sit over here.
Oh, you can laugh, please, if you're ever.
My teeth.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had tea. I would have got some. Go ahead.
No, he's a teacher. We talked about last
talking
episode.
shit.
Ready, and so listen, dog. I feel like this as a comic. I look at a lot of things like sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell me if you agree or disagree. This is me about yourself when I see you do stand up, bro. Like, look, dog. Damn, you remember and one dudes?
Yeah.
And one to me meant that you had a certain set of skills that was way better than everybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was some and one niggas, right, that went pro.
Yep.
You know why?
Skip.
Because they could do both.
Yep.
That's you to me.
Skip
when I look
Molo.
at you as far as like a comic, it's like off the cuff, one of the best. Controlled environment, right? Joke, one of the best. Like you are to me like an N1 specialist that can also go in the NBA and kill. You know what I mean? So I really mean that when I be like CP on the show, like I don't want to go up a couple persons after you. I want to go up right before you. I want to go up right after you because it's like the energy is addictive to me. Like
We've literally damn near fought for who's gonna close. Like, don't let this nigga fool you. We be a bitch like, nigga, I'm the headliner. You good, but like I'm the headliner. Like, bro, this nigga's insane. But I hear what you're saying because that is here's the thing. I don't know if you realize it, but basketball is basketball. If the other N1 niggas understood what Rayford Austin had, then they would have been able to apply it to their game. Mm-hmm. See, like some niggas is playing without a brain, and other niggas is playing watching how everybody else is playing and adjusting their game.
That's a bar.
Like that's what you do. Like, bro, you sit there and be like, I've watched you, bro, go from like I've watched you go from crazy mediums, not just in your stand up, but even in your television writing. Like people don't know this. I mean, y'all know because y'all know this nigga, but like you took it like to a level, and you were willing to struggle ugly for it, which is what I always respect. Like this nigga's like, no, I'm not going outside, bro. I'm writing the script. I'm not coming out for 3 days. I'm gonna order weed. I'm gonna order food. I'm not leaving the fucking house, nigga. I'm not turning on my TV. And it's like, oh, that's the kind of discipline of a nigga who has seen too many niggas come with it. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, that's a nigga who's ready to, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here like, damn these palm trees. I'm gonna just tell my joke. This nigga like, no, nigga, I done seen too many niggas come, too many niggas go. Like, I know exactly what needs to be done. I've been watching the game. I learned hella shit from you. Like, just like advice, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas who to watch out for in the game. Niggas who to give a second look to. Like, nah, he's an asshole, but Buddy's one of the funniest at this. Pay attention. It's like, oh, like, bro, like, you really, like, you did so much for my family's life because I was out here with somebody who, like, I used to always tell, like my mom, like, yeah, my homeboy said he loved God. And his thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, it was like, bro, I just remember, like, key points in my career, like, you being one of the only people who really didn't, and you know what I'm talking about when I say this, like, there was times in my career where there were people in the industry that were
scared of you.
Vampiring me. And I remember I had this one conversation, and I'll never forget this because you was there, and it was like that. It really changed everything because I was working with this writer, and I was broke, and so the nigga wanted me to Uber to his crib, And I didn't have the money to Uber, but I didn't want to admit it to that nigga. So I'm trying to call my folks back home, trying to scrounge up some bread. And in the meantime, the nigga calls me like, I don't have to be working with you. And I don't have to, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, bro, it ain't that, man. Like, listen, I need this shit, bro. Do not. And I remember like hanging up the phone and you being like, bro, you don't, whoever the fuck that is, you don't need them. And I was like, damn. Like, it's so simple, bro, but it's like nobody in my family was going to tell me that because that money that I was going to make meant more to them than my sanity at that time.
That
like,
nigga was just a piece. Like, God put you right here. God just put him here. And if he not crazy, God still got stuff. You that funny. And God laying your path, bro.
My life spiraled out of control like a piece of fucking broccoli when I realized what my position was in my own shit. I think about that time all the time, like, wow, like, that's the last time that a nigga ever played me like I needed them. And you was like, bro, you don't need these motherfuckers at all.
They were the business sometimes will make you feel like you need them, or a person like you need them to continue the success. And that's when you get into a power thing. You're like, oh, you think you're more powerful.
Niggas gatekeep because they want to be gatekeepers, but they're not gatekeepers yet. And that's a scary thing. What I just said, catch that if you catch it. Niggas gatekeep because they want to be gatekeepers, but they're not real gatekeepers yet. They have a small gate in front of you, but like, nigga, this gate ain't even got no fence to it. You just got a nigga, I'm walking around the whole shit. It's like, bro, you're really like, people get off on trying to control your trajectory. Like, they literally get off on it. And in this business, the quicker that you realize that, the quicker that you stop asking for forgiveness and for permission, and you start really being like, well, forgive me, but I got to go and kill everything I see. And so, like, I just remember, like, bro, that was one of the things.
I remember, buddy.
Yeah. That was a huge lesson that I had to learn because he's not even in the business no more.
Good. Not good, but like, no. It was the way it made you feel. Dog,
I was like, man, bro, like, you playing with my kid's life. And you playing because I'm broke and you thinking and it's like, bro, it's like, nigga, wait a minute, bro. We writing all this shit about Detroit and me and my family and my puppet. Reggie Bob. It's like, nigga, I'm like, bro, like, nigga. And of course, I had to. It come a point in every man's life, bro, where it's like, nigga, are you who you telling everybody you are, or are you believing what everybody telling you that you are? Both of those things can be right or wrong, but the only right answer is, nigga, what are you and what do you think you are? Like, nigga, if you're not gonna take the reins, bro, you're gonna be living compliment to compliment or fucking diss to diss.
Had somebody, I was doing Javen Cannon got a podcast, right? And he was like, all the people that like maybe told you no or whatever, like, how do you feel now? And it's like, I think it's like, I don't feel no way. I feel the same way I felt back then. They was wrong. And like, once you know your purpose, it gets frustrating, but I look at it like, oh, you're just wrong. So I'm gonna keep pushing. And now it's like, things turn around.
The complexity is that they were right. They just wanted you to be wrong about yourself. It's like, man, it's so many psychological games being played.
Break it down. I mean, you said they were right.
Nigga, that's like, for example, you get a new contract, right? Nigga, these business affairs people know exactly what they have to offer somebody in your role. And so the first offer is low. And then it takes for your reps to push it up crazy for you to land somewhere crazy and be like, y'all had that? So what if I would have took the fucking, y'all would have kept that? It's like, oh, shit. And you start to understand, like, bro, you were right about me. You want me to be wrong about me. Like, you're trying to influence me. Like, you need something from me. You need me to do this writing job. You need me to act on this. And I remember, like, because, nigga, your first couple contracts, that negotiation be scary. You be like, oh, they said 30 bands? Listen, we can do that. And then your rep be like, we got you 60. You be like, y'all got me 60?
Hey, CP, so in 2000, I was married with 10 minutes. 21, I did a USA commercial.
They said 10 minutes.
I was USA commercials.
I remember that.
Now listen, we shot 4. I was like, oh man, hold on. Now they up for renegotiation. My agent calls me and she's like, they're up for negotiation, but I feel like they're lowballing you. Right? And I said, what's the number? Right? They told me an incredible number. Right? And I said, oh, it's a deal.
That's not a low ball. That's higher than my balls have ever been.
I said, yo.
My balls ain't never been that high. What you talking about?
CP, I love this lady, dog. She been my commercial agent to this day for a long time.
Yeah.
I said, she goes, no, I'm going to call him back. I said, you're not going to do none of that. I said, listen, I respect what you're doing for me. That's some more money I've seen before. I'm comfortable with that. Because the tone was like, if you push back and they say they don't want to deal with me no more, we just,
bruh. And it's
look, you like, because you think about the money, don't
you fuck this up.
It's like I could touch it. I can touch the money, and you can make it go away.
Yep.
I'm not at my career right now where that's okay.
Yeah. But guess what though? That in itself, and I'm so glad that you have this podcast, because it's such a broad range of lessons that need to be learned for people coming into this business as we are. But it's like, she was right, and you were operating out of a space that we have all too familiarly in our race and in our generation, like, of lack, because we've all been taught. All they told us is that we lack. They told us that we came from slaves. They told us that the slaves was dumb as hell. They told us that they was broke as, like, they told us that, and those stories get compounded into your subconscious, and you're lucky in your mind for every dollar. And you are out here competing with people who are not satisfied with what you would be grateful for. And that, to me, is like, somebody has to, until I change my psyche, I have to keep myself away from that negotiation process, because it's like, it does always swing into your favor. I've never had them come back and be like, well, fuck him then. Because it don't work like that.
Never. As all that fear, you're right. But you know what it is? Like you say, like, people have been broke before. Mm-hmm. Right? But I've experienced being broke with CP. Yeah. Like being where it's like,
under $10 broke.
Under $10 broke, and it's like, I remember it was like Gorditas. Remember Gorditas back in the day? They had like a coupon or something.
It was Chipotle.
Chipotle. No, it was Taco Bell.
No, it was Chipotle.
It was Chipotle. Other dudes been broke before. I know exactly what it was.
It was Chipotle. They promised you a free burrito.
Oh, the burrito, yeah.
And so this nigga said, okay, here's the thing. It was your coupon because it came to your house. But I went and got the mail, and I was hungry too. And the lights was out. We had a limited time of daylight before we had the lights was off. But I'm like, listen, nigga, we didn't gonna be able to fucking read the coupon in an hour. Like, nigga, you can live with half a fucking burrito, Sid.
Hey, Robert got money before all of us, right? He did.
I remember what it. Yeah.
So the power was out.
Yeah.
And Robert got to the house, and the power was out. Now I was on the road featuring, so you know, at this time you featuring, you like, after this, I'm going to go take care of this bill. I just got to get to whatever city I'm in. And Robert called me. He said, hey, cuz.
The lights are off.
The lights are off. I said, yeah. How long the lights been off, cuz? I said, man, I don't know how long they've been.
I tell you, he was on the road. I was living in that bitch, charging my phone and my computer at Starbucks, making my way back to the crib before nightfall.
Listen, Robert was damn near in tears. Yeah. He said, how much is it? And I was like, I don't have it right now. I said, look, I was like, don't trip. Because, I got the plan.
I told him I know how to live in here. You got to trust me. Yeah, it's warm in California.
He said, Sydney, we're going to pay right now. And
this nigga called
the power company. He paid to get it on. And he said, he was crying. And he said, you my friend. He said, don't you ever have your power off and don't hit me. I say, my bad, dog. I said, I'm just used to it. But the grind of, I know I'm going to be okay. It just sucked. And then, like, you living there, it's like, I felt bad. I was like, I don't have it, but I'm finna go get it.
Different point of view. I'm in the house watching Robert walk in front of the house back and forth on the phone with Sid and the power company. And I'm watching him. And then the power come back on. I'm like, fuck, he about to evict me to the living room. Cause I was on guest room. You know, I have a guest room.
Power get the room.
I'm like, fuck, I'm finna get evicted to the goddamn living room.
Hey, CP, yeah. Hey. You hear that? Yeah. Robert paid for it. And he looks at me like, all right, let me move in. I totally get it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm trying to say, I started living on the bright side. TV out there?
Now let's get to some fun part. Man. Living with CP was, because of our personalities, I'm a dude from Texas, like, you know, listen, I'm not probably the cleanliest person. That's why I have a clean lady now. I introduced you to a clean lady. Mm-hmm. But like, living with CP was probably the most fun times because of like our personalities. I've never met it. Listen, you know me, dog. Yeah. If I'm mad, I'm on one. I'm mad. I don't give a fuck. I'm mad. I don't care. Right now, I don't do that with all my people. But if I'm mad, you know, I'm mad. CP is probably, dog, I can't think of anybody I've been mad at, and in maybe 0.5 seconds somebody made me laugh.
You can't stay mad around me.
But
I come from a frat house. See, I was living in a frat house, and which is like living in a group home. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's too many. Like my job was morale. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That was my job, bro. It's like, bro, like this nigga just needs. And I would be like, cheer up, big guy. The bills are late, so what, big guy? Let's get another blunt going, man.
couple stories.
You talking about the bear and the rabbit?
Hold on, we'll tell that one. The first one I got mad at. I remember I said, I think it was Instagram or something where, listen. Because you didn't do really anything wrong. It's my personality. It's all me.
I already know what you're about to say.
I think I FaceTime. Oh no, it was on Instagram, and I seen people was at the house.
Somebody came to pick me up.
Look. No, somebody came to pick CP up.
Shout out to Trish.
Oh,
shout out to Dog. You remember Trish?
I remember Trish. Yeah. Somebody came to pick CP up, but I didn't know that. All I know was on the story, he was on the couch, and there was two other voices in the house. And I'm raised by an old man. Okay, my dad died he was 78 in 2000.
This nigga FaceTime me and cuss me out in front of my friends.
I said, where you at right now? He was like, hey man, you know a nigga finna go off. You like, what's up? You trying to give me clues? Like, we got company right now. Don't you do this? And I was
this nigga said, nigga, do I look like a fool to you?
I said,
get the motherfuckers out of my house. I said, sorry, Sid. He said, you a fool, boy.
I said, hey man, I don't care who over there. Get them out of my house. I don't know them. I know you. I'll get everybody out the house.
Just got done bigging him up to people. Yeah, what's my boy Sid? Such a cool dude, man. One of the funny niggas in LA, for real, man.
And then one time I came home and got home super late. And look, one thing I like about CP, we do smoke, right? CP taught me not to smoke grape swishers. He'd be like, what are you doing? I was like, this is the only blunts they had. He's like, Sydney, I know you're new at this, but grape doesn't smoke well.
Sid was shrinking, fucking with them grape swishers. You was like 6'2", 6'1.5", fucking around with them grape swishers. I said, bro, you're shrinking. Go ahead.
So he wouldn't smoke it. I was like, all right, cool. But one day in particular, I remember coming home. Now look, I'll say this for you. I used to torment him on purpose on some joke shit. Like,
because he knew I could take it.
Yeah, so like if CP would sleep on the couch in another room, like he'd be sleeping in another room. I remember one time I just stood over CP. Right? He was like, and I just stood over him and he did like this. He woke up, he go, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, bro, I just wanted to fuck with you real quick. You cannot do that. And one time I came home, I always tell the story. I came home and it was like 2:30 in the morning. I think I came home somewhere and he had ordered like Volcano and it was out. You know what I mean? And he had just smoked. You could tell because the blunt was still like sifting through ash in a room. And maybe I was in a bad mood. And I just said, CP, right? This nigga, you know the cartoons you hear the feet running to the. He's like, hey man. I said, hey yo, what the fuck, bro? He said, come on, man, with all the yelling. That nigga, he said, come on, you like a bear. I'm like a rabbit. You ain't having a rabbit see a bear. It gets scared, so it gets scared. Then I instantly start laughing.
Yeah, bro. You can't be mad around me, man. I ain't your goddamn son. Come home drunk as fuck, messing with me. Get all this goddamn volcano up. Who bloods is these? I'm like, hey, bro, listen, man. You scaring the shit out of me and the neighbors. But nah, man, like, I just remember realizing, like, man, I didn't get it. I've been at my own house now, mad for no reason. I had to laugh like, damn, Sid was in that bitch paying bills, dealing with landlords. You know what I'm saying?
Like, here. I want to say this before we get out of here, because we got to wrap. I want to say this. CP, dog, listen. I say this all the time. I want to give you your flowers, bro.
Appreciate you.
You got kids. Mm-hmm. You got a whole family. You managed to go from Detroit to sleeping on couches to us being broke to you being super successful. Super, like, things are cooking. You got how many shows on right now?
Man, How to Die Alone is on Hulu right now. Season 1 just ended. Binge it because we need that season 2. And I'm also producing, shout out to Diara Kilpatrick, Kenya Barris. I'm producing on a new show called Diara from Detroit, season 2. Felicia Rashad, Morris Chestnut. It's a great cast, man.
And Detroiters? And
then Detroiters is on Netflix now. So that was on Comedy Central. Then it went away for a while. It's now got its renewance on, it's renewed life on Netflix. Love Life is on Tubi.
And you just shot special?
Run the World is on Stars. Just shot my special. Same boat as you. Shopping it. I got some advice for you when this is over, too. I'm going to talk to you about that.
Listen, because I'm going to do an episode on Don't Give Up on God, but, like, I'm going to just tease it right here. You hear a story about us like really going through, we having good times, but we broke. You know what I mean? But we gonna manage, the lights was off. You know what I mean? We eating Chipotle coupons. And now you just heard what he doing. When I say don't give up on God, because like just keep believing in yourself, Doug, the table's gonna turn. You just gotta be prepared when the tables come your way. When you're not prepared, that's when you feel like the world crumbling because you didn't put yourself in a position to win. You know what I mean? You wasn't there with me shooting the gym as a lyric, but all the hours of stand up, all the hours of being in clubs of like coffee machines, people like not paying you at the door, all the hours of like really putting the grind in and then being broke, it turns, bro. But you always put in the work, and your jobs now is really just a reflection of the work that you put in.
Absolutely.
So I want to tell you as a comrade, right, and as your friend, I respect your work ethic most. Your legacy ain't just you funny. Your legacy gonna be your work ethic, bro. Your legacy is gonna be a dude that worked his ass off and put his family in position to be better. And as your boy, I just want this space to tell you that I love you. I respect you. I literally think you're one of the funniest people on the planet, and I love when we on shows together because it makes me put my game at a level that it should be at all times. But seeing you especially, it's like, yo, let's get it together. So I appreciate you stopping by.
That means a lot, bro. I'm gonna say this too, bro. Off top, love you too, bro. Much love. As a man, we always find cool ways to say I love you. Like, bro, much love, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say that, like, just as a real friend, not just a comedy friend, bro, but as a real friend who understands, what you up against and how you make it look so easy, and how, how things that happen, not just to you, but to people like us, will mean turmoil for so many other people, and we turn it into this beautiful art that people get to know us for. It's a blessing to see it, because I've never been to a CP show. You never been to a Sydney Castillo show. You don't know what we see. You have to trust us and us telling you, like, nigga, dog, you one of the funniest ones. Nigga, you take shit that shouldn't even be funny, and that's your style. I got a couple jokes that shouldn't be funny, and I like that style, but I can't always do it. That's your style. It's like, why am I laughing at this? Like, this nigga should not have me laughing at suicide and crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a part of like who we are. See, I'm gonna tell you something about persistence and the way that believing in yourself and believing in God works. Is that, like, they call us stars. When you see a star, you're not even seeing the light that it's emitting right now. You're seeing a star from 10 billion years ago. That means that star had to be in motion before you was even born to know that one day it'll be something that you could look at. Like, that's the kind of resilience that you have to have in order to succeed, not only in this business, but anything that you love. It's so easy to not give up on this when you put it in the category of, like, things that are obviously persistent. Like, when you have kids, you're obviously persistent with your kids. You're raising them every day. You're showing up every day. Good days, bad days. You're not finna give up on them. And it's so easy to go to the store for some cigarettes, come back 20 years later. A nigga could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like the fact that you, in your mind, couldn't even fathom leaving your children, or leaving, like, dog, when you love it like how we love this game, it's like the bad nights are a laugh, the great nights are a fucking flash in the pan. They never last long enough because you got to get to the next one. And so it's like this shit, man, the song and dance of it. Find something that you love for real, and not something that you've seen somebody else love. Like, find something that you love for real, because you have to allow this game to break your heart 1,000 times, and then you got to fall in love with it 1,001 times. Like, I can't do this with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things have not, this game has rewarded me, and don't be afraid to start. I'm talking to y'all. Don't be afraid to start. Like, level 1 has a reward. Level 2 has a reward. What you looking at is a nigga's level 100 reward, which is cool. But nigga, level 1 got some shit that you never saw before. Mm-hmm. Nigga, level 5 got a bitch you been wanting to whatever. That's neither here nor there. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that, like, man, the mindset behind whatever your goal is has to be like a tattoo. Like, nigga, your tattoo, your brand new car that you love, that car seen you have bad days, that car seen you cry, that car seen you sick, but like, it's stuck with you. Like, nigga, you got to stick with your shit like that, bro. You can never give up on something that you know is you. All right, it's my wife calling. I got to go get my kid.
Yeah, we wrapped up, so let me just do a wrap. Hey, Listen, this episode was really important to me. I love you. I'm glad you came on. Shout out to CP. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to all the dreamers out there. Hey, man, if you look up to CP, tell a friend so they can look up to him, but look up to his work ethic, not just what you see now. Thank you for doing the podcast, man. I appreciate you. My cup is full. Hey, again, subscribe. Patreon.com/My Cup Is Full. Coming in a couple weeks. Greensboro, 1027. 1029. I need you at the Hollywood Improv, the Lab. One show at 9. November 3rd, Arlington, Texas. My first theater back home. 733 seats.
11:26. I'm gonna have you on Hot Mic with me with Kevin Hart on LOL Radio.
Boom.
November 26th. Yeah.
Boom. November 26th. We doing that. November 8th and 9th, we in San Antonio. December 21st, Somerville, Virginia. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like, comment. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Good night.